Her phone's on her nightstand, but she keeps checking it. She's checking to see if your name popped up. She's not waiting because you ignored her. No, she's not waiting because you play games. She's waiting because she cannot fully figure you out. In this video, you're going to learn how to become mysterious without becoming distant, awkward, or fake. You'll learn why most men kill attraction by oversharing, how to build curiosity without acting cold, and how to create emotional tension without creating anxiety. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to make her lean in naturally, not because you confused her, but because you moved with restraint. Why do so many men try to be mysterious and end up looking immature? Most men think mystery means silence. They think it means ignoring her. They think it means disappearing for 2 days and returning like nothing happened. That's not mystery. That's instability. And instability does not feel safe. A healthy woman does not feel attraction in chaos. She feels anxiety. And anxiety, well, that kills desire. Real mystery isn't hiding. It's restraint. A woman does not obsess over a man because he ignores her. She becomes curious about a man who feels layered because he has standards. He has emotional control. He's present, but he doesn't overextend. That creates tension. That's the type of tension you want. Not toxic tension, but curious tension. Here's what restraint looks like. You answer questions directly, but you don't over-explain. You share your life in layers, not all at once. You allow silence to exist without rushing to fill it. You can't rush emotional intimacy. Mystery is all about pacing. What happens when she could predict everything about you? She knows you'll text first. She knows you'll respond instantly when she sends you a message. She knows you'll forgive anything that she does. She knows you ain't going nowhere. At first, that feels comforting. Then it feels boring. Women want stability, but they also want emotional engagement. Engagement comes from curiosity. Think about a movie. If you know every scene before it happens, you lose interest. Attraction works the same way. But here's where most men mess up. They hear this and decide to become unpredictable. Unpredictable is not mysterious. Unpredictable is chaotic, and chaos creates stress. Stress shuts down desire. Mystery, though, is stable. You must be predictable in your character, not your reactions. She should know you have standards. You won't tolerate disrespect. You're emotionally steady. But she should not know she can control your mood. You'll always chase, or you'll rearrange your life for her approval. Why do some men barely talk, yet command attention? It's not because they're secretive. It's because they're grounded. They speak calmly. They listen more than they perform. They don't rush to impress. And they don't over-explain. They're warm, but not needy. Interested, but not desperate. Present, but not obsessed. When conversation ends, they return to their life. They don't linger for validation. They don't double text. They don't try to secure reassurance from her. And that's where curiosity begins. She can't fully predict him. She can't fully own his attention. And that's what creates emotional tension. To become that man, slow down your speech. Hold eye contact a second longer. Stop explaining your jokes. Stop defending every decision. End conversations first sometimes. As a matter of fact, end conversations first most of the times. And you don't do that to play games. You do that because you have somewhere to be. You have things to do. You have business to handle. Now, if mystery feels forced, it becomes awkward. It must come from something real. And there are 3 pillars of mystery that I'll go into right now. The first being depth. Depth means you have layers, goals, interests, skills, opinions that go beyond surface conversation. Silence with substance feels powerful. Silence without substance feels awkward. If there's nothing behind your quiet, she'll feel it. The second pillar is boundaries. Boundaries control access. If she gets unlimited access instantly, then tension disappears. Boundaries mean you don't tolerate disrespect. You don't overshare trauma early on. You don't beg for reassurance. You definitely don't explain your value repeatedly. You let her earn deeper access. And the third pillar is purpose. Purpose makes you unavailable, but in a healthy way. Not fake busy, actually building. You're training, working, learning, and creating things. A man with purpose doesn't sit by his phone. He lives his life. And limiting access increases curiosity. Where does most attraction die? A lot of attraction dies in texting. Paragraph after paragraph, constant updates, instant replies every time. Texting becomes emotional dependency. A mysterious man does not build intimacy through a screen. He uses texting for light energy, setting plans, or short exchanges. He does not argue over text. He does not pour out his heart over text, and he definitely does not panic when she takes hours to respond. He stays steady. He only visits her phone. He doesn't move in and set up shop. Now that shift alone, that preserves mystery. Is vulnerability attractive? Yes, it can be, but timing matters. If you reveal your entire life story in 1 week, there's nothing left to discover. If you unload every insecurity immediately, you'll remove the journey. Women enjoy discovering layers gradually. Discovery builds tension, and tension builds desire. But oversharing, well, that removes both. Mystery is not hiding. It's pacing access. Before sharing something personal, ask yourself, has she earned this layer yet? If the answer is no, then wait. Let intimacy grow over time. Here's the formula. Presence plus restraint. Warmth plus boundaries. Interest plus self-respect. The man who wins feels safe, but not owned. Safe enough for her to relax. Mysterious enough for her to lean in. Restraint signals control. When you can pause before reacting, hold silence comfortably, like her without clinging, walk away without drama, you communicate quiet power. Not loud power, but controlled power. Now she feels like she's earning access. Now she feels like she's investing. She feels like she could lose you, and not a fake loss. You're displaying real standards, real discipline, and real emotional control. When she tests you and you stay grounded, she feels it. When she pulls back and you don't panic, she acknowledges that. When she gives you attention and you enjoy it, but you don't cling, she feels that. That feeling is what keeps her checking her phone. Not because you confused her, but because you intrigued her. And once you move like that, you don't try to be mysterious. You just are.